Hey everybody, it's Ron. Welcome back to the channel. And in this video, we're going to talk about my December of 2025 expenses. And I'm going to show you all that in this video. We're going to talk about the changes to Social Security, your Medicare Part B, and any of your insurance costs that changed going from 2025 to 2026. We're going to cover some of those things in this video, so stay tuned. So I'm going to do things a little bit differently. The last couple times I've done videos like this, I used a whiteboard, okay? It was a little small whiteboard like this, okay? But as many of you know that are on this channel, part of this channel, I actually developed a spreadsheet to track my monthly expenses and to consolidate those into a summary so I could do these kind of videos and keep track of what I'm actually spending. This is kind of like a budgeting video, but it's more of a expense video. So in this video, what I'm going to do, I am actually going to display my actual spreadsheet information, which, I had a comment on the last video. Somebody did make a comment about this and suggested that I do that instead of using a whiteboard. So that's what I'm doing in this video. Let me know in the comments if you approve and you like this format better than the whiteboard that I usually write on behind me. Now, before I get started, let me make a suggestion to each and every one of you. Okay, if you have not signed up and got an online account with your Social Security yet, I suggest you go ahead and get that accomplished. You're going to go to login.gov and you're going to create an account there. Now, it's a little bit of a process to do that, and if I remember rightly, when I did mine, I had to wait for a PIN number to be sent to me in the mail to complete my actual login credentials. But once you have a login.gov account, then you'll be able to access all your Social Security and Medicare information online. Okay, we are going to get started right away with the monthly expenses. After I get done with that portion of the video, I want you to stay tuned to the end of the video because I'm going to show you a 4-year comparison on Social Security, Medicare, and how the costs have changed and increased, or how much money you're getting over the 4-year comparison. I'm going to show you that at the end of the video. All right, what we have here is Ron's spreadsheet, okay? And this is a spreadsheet that I've set up to track for a whole year my expenses. And I'm going to start doing a comparison when I do these videos for you so you can see what the previous months were, how things change and what have you. We are in a transition period right now from the end of December into January because things are changing for the first part of the year. But this is the master spreadsheet, and as you can see right here, I have listed November of 2025 and December of 2025, and I'm going to show you exactly what's on this spreadsheet and how much we have spent and how much we have saved this month. So we're going to get started. Here is a zoomed up view so you can read it easily, and this is my actual spreadsheet file that we're looking at. So in December of 2025, our total gross income from Social Security only was $43.83. That was both for me and my wife's Social Security. We do not have a mortgage or rent. Some people still do, but we don't. Groceries for the month of December were $769.10. We were down a little bit from November. Some of the grocery, I'm not sure why, but grocery bills change from month to month, but we average approximately $800 a month for groceries. Household items, these are things that we buy like toilet tissue and what have you. In November we had a Sam's bill. It's where we buy our bulk stuff, our toilet paper, our paper towels and that kind of stuff. So that's why it was a little bit higher in November compared to December. It was only $21.94. Auto payment. Now, I've always preached on here that you need to go into retirement debt-free if you're going to survive on Social Security income. This is the last payment I had to make on this vehicle. We had planned for this, okay, in our retirement schedule, and I knew I was going to have to pay on that truck for about 12 more months after I retired. But as you can see, it's now paid off. So in January of 2026, this will be zero, okay? This will come off the line. Keep that in mind as we talk through the video and get to the bottom. Auto insurance. Our auto insurance this month we had to pay our auto insurance bill. It was $598.50. So we have two vehicles, or newer vehicles, and this is $598.50 per quarter. So we pay about $2,400 a year for auto insurance. And I think it's kind of high. We have investigated to see if we could reduce that any. And there are some things we could do. We just haven't decided to do those yet. I think we're going to pretty soon. One of them is to increase the deductibles that are on the policy. We have a very low deductibles policy. We could increase those deductibles a little higher now that these vehicles are paid off, okay? We do not put any extra money aside for replacement vehicles or anything like that. We have a savings account and we have IRAs that we can draw from if we need to make a major purchase or major expense. So this is just basically living, okay? We did not have a home insurance payment this month. We should not have another one of those till probably February. We pay that by the quarter too. But my wife and I are going to investigate putting this on a monthly billing so we can keep track of it a little bit easier. I mean, if you take the $2,400 for car insurance and then take the, how much is that? Let's see how much that is. $588.84 times 4. $1,900 for home insurance. So if you take the two of those together, we're paying about $4,000 or $4,500 a year for auto and home insurance. This is by far our second biggest expense, okay? The first biggest expense being groceries. This is our second biggest expense. Property taxes. I live in the state of Tennessee. I live in the county. Our property taxes are very reasonable. We pay $45 a month for property taxes. A lot of you don't believe that, but that's the truth, okay? Home repair. I think I bought some pipe insulation for $2.17. Gasoline. We spent $137.08 on gasoline for our vehicles. Auto repair. My wife likes to go to the car wash and she keeps her car clean, so that's a $25 a month process for us. We are on natural gas. We are in the winter months now, and our electric bill and our gas bill is fluctuating from one side to the other. So our electric bill is down to $83.83 this month from $112.61 back in November. Our water bill is about $20 a month. Natural gas is going up, okay? It will go up for the next 2 or 3 months as we get through the winter months. For the month of December, our bill was $45. Internet cable. We had paid in advance when we switched over to the new cable service. If you recall from previous videos, I was paying Infinity about $135 a month for internet. It was ridiculous, okay? We now have fiber. I'm just as happy with it. The speed on it's great. It's only $60.95 a month. I consider that a reasonable charge for internet, especially with unlimited. Cell phones, we have Cricket. We pay $80 for each one of our phones for unlimited use each month. Our subtotal for living expenses is $2337.25, about $27 higher than last month, okay? So what we're going to do now is we're going to go down a little bit and we're going to get into the healthcare area. And we're going to start off right away with my Medicare Part B. $187. That was every month in 2025. It was the same amount every month. But we got our notices now for our Social Security, or COLA, and the Part B insurance is now going up to $202.90. And I'm going to cover the COLA stuff in just a minute. My plan D is $43.40. It has gone down for 2026. There'll be a decrease in that, so we're going to save a little bit of money there. And then my plan G is going up a little bit in 2026, but it's currently $121.76. My wife's Part B is $187. She does not have any cost on her Part D. Her drug plan is free. And then her plan N, she has a plan N through the same company I have, Mutual of Omaha, and it's $83.62 is hers. Personal hygiene, that'd be like haircuts, whatever, massages, whatever. We didn't have anything. Fitness gym, $15 a month is what I pay for my Planet Fitness gym membership. Last month it was $64 because there was a $49 charge for their yearly fee. They have a yearly fee you have to pay every November. If you'll notice, last month my out-of-pocket doctor visit, I had a dental thing. It was $1,344.91. We didn't have any out-of-pocket doctor visits this month. Out-of-pocket drugs and over-the-counter supplements, last month was $24.82. This takes into account our vitamins and that kind of stuff, you know, cold medicine, aspirin, that kind of things you buy at the pharmacy. This month we spent $42.47. You'll notice that the subtotal for our health-related items was $2,056 last month. We came down to $680. If we had not had this unexpected dental thing right here, we don't have dental insurance on our health plans, then that wouldn't have been as high. It'd been about as much as it is this month. It averages about $680 a month. Other items, we have donations, $100. We eat out sometimes. Last month we just, I don't know, my wife goes out with the girls sometimes and she'll have a lunch. We ate out in December for $80.70. My wife went to the movies with her girlfriends. It was $10.96 last month. We spent nothing this month on that. My Amazon, the $34 was my Amazon and my Zoom combined. What I've done is I've moved my Zoom expense over to my hobby, my photography hobby, because that's mainly what I use Zoom for, is for my photography hobby. So this month we're just going to look at the Amazon with $16.40 for our Prime account, and we ordered a lot of stuff from Amazon, so it's really worth it to us. Plus we get the Prime videos and all that. Clothing, we spent some money on clothing. I'm keeping track of that separately. $46.05. Subtotal for other items was $243.15. So we're going to move right along with additional items. Now hobbies, that's my hobbies, okay? It was $0 last month, but it's $408.43 this month. One of the reasons why is I have some software stuff that I use that I have to pay subscription based, and that's in there. There was some stuff that I bought on Amazon for my photography trips and what have you. So it's a little bit higher this month. I don't expect the hobby bill to be that high in January. Okay, that's not very often I do that. Vacations, I went camping for a couple days down in Chattanooga and ate out when I was down there, and the vacation cost right here includes my gas to get there and get back. I don't put the gas from my vacations in with my regular fuel bill. So it's $133.29 for a vacation. Miscellaneous, that's just stuff that I can't account for, $44.08. And then pet care is cat food, $5.14. So the subtotal for additional items is $590.94. Our total expenses for December was $3851.59. Okay. In November it was a little higher. It's $4646.11. In November we had an over budget of $263.11. This month we had a surplus of $531.41. So we did better this month than we did last month, okay? Anyways, that is the summary of that, and you're welcome to leave comments. I always get comments of people saying you left this out, you left that out. This is what I spend. Your mileage may vary. You may have other bills. The idea behind this is to give you an idea of that it is possible to live on Social Security only, and it gives you an idea of cost. Now, different parts of the country, your insurance might be lower, your taxes might be higher. I get that, okay? This is what I spend living in the state of Tennessee. Now let me show you one aspect I've added to the spreadsheet. I have a year-to-date running total for each row, okay? So going forward into next year as I do these videos, you're going to see my year-to-date increases, and I started my year in November, okay? So you're going to be able to track and see how much I'm actually spending for the whole year. And when we get to the end of the year, okay, we'll have a bottom line here, just like many people who do on the internet with the whiteboard. And right here in this box, it'll show you, okay, what you have done for the whole year. So that's pretty cool. I added that just this time. All right, what I want to show you now is our COLA, or our cost of living increases, and what has changed and what our net effect on all this is. We're going to start off with 2025 on this side of the page, and this is the new stuff over here on this side of the page. So starting off with my Social Security, my gross, this is gross now, or no, wait a minute. Yeah, this is gross. My gross Social Security was $28.37 in 2025. It has increased 2.8%, whoop-de-doo, okay, to $29.14.90. My wife's Social Security went from $15.46 in 2025 to $15.86.90. If you take the 2025 figure and multiply it by 2.8%, that's how they derive this figure right here. In 2025, our Part B insurance was $187. In 2026, our Part B insurance is going to be $202.90, which leaves us a net of $27.12 for me and $13.84 for her. Now, you can get this information on the login.gov site that I mentioned earlier in this video. Okay, my wife happened to get one in the mail. I did not get one in the mail because I have to go onto my Social Security account and pull mine up. I'm paperless. She has never signed up for a login.gov, but we're going to change that, okay? I need to change that for her. And additionally, I need to change that for my parents. They don't have a login.gov account either. I think everybody should have one of those. Our net for 2025 was $4,009 a month. Our net for 2026 is $4,096 a month. So there was about a $90 increase, $87 increase with the cost of living increases and taking away the increase in cost in insurance, okay? So, you know, it's better than nothing, but it's not a great deal of money, but it is what it is, okay? So that is all of my expenses and our cost of living increases and what have you for December 2025 going into January of 2026, okay? I want to show you something a little extra here. This is going to be a 4-year comparison, and I'm going to take my parents as an example. Both of them are 88 years old. This is something that you could use to look for towards the future of yourself, depending on how old you are. And I'm just going to show you the progression of things that have happened over the last 4 years with them being 88 years old. So let's take a look at that right now. So here's the Social Security comparison for them. These are actual figures. These are not fictitious. I've actually taken these from their Social Security statements. And I just wanted to show this to you as an example of what, you know, things could look like and how things change as you get older. Now, they have a low amount of Social Security. They don't live on Social Security only. He has a pension. He's my stepfather. He's from Wales. He has about a $500 a month pension coming from England, from Wales. So that's not included in this. And another thing too is they take an annuity. They have an annuity, and they get a fixed amount each month from their annuity, and it's about $1,200 a month. So between the two of them, they get approximately $3,400 a month, okay? Not quite as much as we do, but that's what they get. In 2023, we're gonna look at one person at a time. In 2023, my mom was collecting $1,096.60 of Social Security. Here you can see the increases. In 2024, it went to this. In 2025, it dropped 20 cents. And in 2026, it went to 1150.40. So in the 4 years, her Social Security has only increased about $50, $54. Is that right? Yeah, $54 in 4 years. Looking at his Social Security, same deal, $583.60, $587.30. It went down in 2025, and it went back up. It's going to go back up in 2026. Now, his is, you can see the figures right here. I don't need to explain them to you. Now, they have Plan G, okay? They have a Mutual of Omaha, each one, and their cost started going up in 2023. You can see here, their cost in 2023 for both of them was $693.70. And these are Tennessee Plan G prices. I don't know what they are in other states, but I know each state is a little bit different. In 2024, it went up to $813. 2025, $879. And I don't have a clue what 2026 is. That's another thing I've got to fix with my parents. We got to be able to log into their Plan Gs. Excuse me. We got to be able to log in their Plan Gs to see what's going on. I don't know what their Plan G is in 2026, but when I find out next month, I'll come back to this and let you know. It's definitely going to be more than $879. So you can see how the insurance increases also. From what I understand, my Plan G is $147 a month, but from what I understand, the older you get, the more it goes up, okay? When you first start out, like I did at 68, 67 in 2 months, or whatever it was $121, and now it's going to $147. Next year it might be $160, I don't know. Now the Plan D cost is what's confusing. Their Plan D drug plan comes out of their Medicare payment. Mine does not. Mine comes out of my checking account. And that's what's really confusing to me. I actually got one of their statements, and I seen it on there, and I had to come over and look at previous year's transactions. They're paying for their drug plans $102 a piece. Now, the problem with that is I don't know anything about their drug plan. I don't know what their deductible is. I don't know anything. So, being that it's tied to their Medicare account, I'm going to have to get a login.gov account for each one of them so we can look at their what the charge is for that and what the deductible is. I went and picked up medicine for my mother today at Kroger's, and I had to pay $87 for it. But we are into the new year. I have no clue what her deductible is. We're going to find out. We're going to have to fix that pretty soon. So I just wanted to kind of show you a comparison of what could happen as you get older, okay? Your Social Security is not going to increase greatly. It went up 2.8% this year. Inflation's higher than that, all right? So, I don't know what the government's thinking. So there you are. This is All Things Ron, December 2025 expenses. I'm really quite proud of what we've been able to accomplish on Social Security only. I have talked to my financial planner who handles our IRAs for us. He just called me the other day. And this is what's really nice about having a certified financial planner local that you can actually go see. Okay, ours is local to us. And I really like him. He's a real nice young man. Him and his father run the company together. Anyways, I had talked to him a few months ago about taking some distributions from my IRA, and I told him that we were going to visit that in January. Well, yesterday he called me. He says, "Hey, this is Jordan Witt. How you doing?" I said, "Great." He said, "I had a note here. We talked a few months ago to give you a call. Have you made any decisions about distributions?" I said, "No, we still haven't really talked about it seriously." But I said, "You know what, Jordan? I want to wait till the end of January before I make a decision." And the reason why I said that to him is my wife took a distribution last year, a large one. They held the taxes out on it, but I'm waiting to get the tax forms and do my taxes to see how much that affected us, and before I make a choice on what I want to take out. But I am going to start taking distributions out of my IRA to do some vacations and things like that. It's really difficult when you retire to go from your savings mentality to a spending mentality, And you know, it's taken me a whole year to adjust with all that. Anyways, that is it for this video. I don't like to keep them too long. That way, if you got any questions, leave me a comment. I'll answer you. As you know, I try to answer all my comments, and I really appreciate the community that we're building here on the channel. Just like I said on the live stream the other night, and here's my plan for the year in 2026. I'm going to be publishing a video every Sunday at 12 noon. It might be this expense video, and it might be retirement related videos. And then I will also, this is at a minimum, and then also I'm going to try to do a live stream every Friday at 10 a.m. Central Time here on the channel. I did one last Friday. It was but it's a lot of fun, okay? You come in there, and if you got questions or you just want to talk about things, that's what it's for. That's what this community's for. We're all in this together, and we're in this to help each other. You know, we live in areas sometimes where we don't have a lot of friends around us, whatever. I consider all my YouTube family my friends, okay? I really enjoy answering your comments and hearing your story. Anyways, until next time, I'll catch you in the next video next Sunday at 12 noon. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.